So this is a follow-up rant to the rant I previously did yesterday. With more knowledge on the whole thing, ABC has decided to basically do a kind of a documentary on Miss Sarkeesian. You know, basically, it's basically shit that's already been said. You know, about the death threats and how she's risking her life to do all these great things, and she fears for her life because of all these death threats she gets on a daily basis, and a whole bunch of bullshit about how she is such a brave person, such a very unnecessarily hated person, and she just, and her ass kissing white knights, those people who through I still have this cough, excuse me. The people who, you know, threw all this money at her, gave her fucking awards, and I'm gonna harp on that maybe in a few minutes. But they threw awards at her, all this money. They threw all this crap at her, and they just eat this crap up. They eat this shit up. Like fucking McDonald's, like Burger King, like whatever other fucking restaurant you want to go, like a buffet. They take it and gobble. They eat this crap up. And it's infuriating. It drives me up the fucking wall. And exactly. And reasons why I'm upset, and the reasons why I don't want anyone to leave her alone, is because she's always in our face. No matter how much you want to forget about her, she's gotten to the point where she's infamous enough to where anybody, Fox, ABC, doesn't matter, they can do this kind of shit to basically feed into her own insane ego that's already been inflated. And she says about a bunch of one-sided bullshit, and they feed right into that. Her white knights and fans feed right into that, just to hate us. Hey, first of all, let's talk about that real quick. All the crap she says about gamers. You have a multi-billion-dollar industry, multi-billion dollar. It's a lot of it. Doesn't matter what it is. It's in the millions or billions. Doesn't really matter. All sorts of charts and statistics pointing to how gaming as a whole has become more popular than movies, than music, than any other media. And we still, for some reason, don't have the respect of movies and music, despite the fact that we make more money than it. But that's a whole other rant for another day. I'm sorry for getting off topic. And she says all this shit about gamers. She says that we're worthless. She basically says that we're worthless, sexist, misogynistic pieces of shit to our face, to most of her fans' face, who I'm well endowed to say this. Some of them are males. I doubt that she has a fully female fan base. I doubt that. Most of them probably are males who believe this shit. Either that, or they're just there to laugh at her fucking face. Even other females have said how much bullshit her arguments are. But whatever. ABC feeds right into this. They're going to make this kind of thing. They're going to say how they're going to feed into her victim complex, her ego. That's fine. Whatever. I don't want to... Whatever. There's nothing we can do about it now. She's going to say all this worthless shit about us. Saying that if you play games like Red Dead Redemption, what was it, Hitman Absolution, GTA, any game, listen to me now. Bear with me. Any game that allows you to do physical harm to a female character, doesn't matter what they are, what their significance to the plot is, even if they're just there for decoration. If you can do any sort of harm to that, and you are a male, you are likely to become a woman-beating misogynist. And statistics show, according to her, that if you deny that, which you're probably doing right now, then it increases the odds. Makes it a better chance of, just in case you didn't get it, to becoming a woman-beating misogynist. And she says all this kind of sexist crap towards men, but because she's a woman, because she's a feminist, we had to listen to her. You cannot disagree with her. In fact, in most of the videos I've done, I don't know, and they probably have a lot of downvotes. Most of the things I've said to people. It may not be on this channel or anything. It may be on my other channel, my Dr. Dex 2000 channel. Most of the things I've said, I've gotten a lot of hate from our ass-kissing white knights who have an entire conga line of bullshit reasons to defending her and saying why she can say shit like this, why she should be able to take part in the development of Mirror's Edge. Basically going to probably use it as a vehicle to up her agenda. Excuse me. She says all this kind of crap towards gamers in general, and ABC just eats this up. She doesn't need her entire victim complex to be fed. And this is the thing that surprises me. Like, she thinks that, let's go back to the death threats of 2013 and 2012 or whatever. Whenever she's decided that she's going to be another one of those social justice warriors. Let's go back to that. No one was giving you these death threats because you're a feminist. It's because you were talking shit about millions of people. You people who are smart enough to read between the lines and know that what you're saying is a bunch of baloney. It's a bunch of crap. It's a bunch of shit. Knowing that what you're trying to sell us, this bullcrap snake oil, is untrue. It's just one-sided lies, and apparently people were convinced enough to throw money at you, give you awards, fucking jump on grenades for you. Unintentional Bruno Mars song, I'm sorry about that. But they jump in front of buses for you, give you all this fame, and you still can't be bothered to give consistent content. You said you're going to do up your production values. You said you're going to give more money. And, like, I don't really keep up with what you're doing on your own channel. But so far, what I've seen of what you've done is probably the amount of videos you've done can't even be counted on two hands. You've still got all this money thrown at you. And even then, you still haven't bothered to do much of the research. Anita, people don't hate you because you are a woman, because you're a feminist. It's because you're stupid. It's because what you're telling us isn't true. It's just fear-mongering, agenda pushing. It's like with that fucker Tucker Carlson, you know, from Fox 6, how he said at one point, how he said, oh, I changed my bow tie because I heard people don't like bow ties. No, people don't like you because you're stupid. You say lots of stupid things. You make people want to punch you in the face repeatedly because you're an asshole. People don't hate you for what you are. They hate you for what you do. I don't want people to hate me because I'm black. I want people to hate me because I'm an asshole who's yelling at a woman who probably isn't going to see this, but he just feels like ranting about it because it needs to stop. This Gamergate crap, I just came here to play games. That's all. All of this stuff needs to stop. I understand that there's some sleaziness that that is completely indicative of our industry. There's some things that go on behind the scenes with journalists and game developers to get themselves good press, no matter how shitty the game is. I understand that. But if it becomes a problem, I'll talk about it. If not, I don't care. I don't care about Zoe Quinn's love life. I don't give a shit. Nobody does. I mean, it's this kind of crap with Anita Sarkeesian, like what happens to Phil. What happened to Phil Fish? Fez is an okay game. The fucker who created it is a piece of shit. It makes you not like the product because of who he is, because of who she is. She's supposed to be, she does that whole ego trip thing where she says she's a representative for all women, despite the fact that most of her detractors are women. But they want to ignore that. For us, man, they want to ignore all that. Or if there are, you know, women who disagree with them, they'll call them out saying that they're part of the patriarchy. they're being oppressed, and they just want to ignore all that. They want to ignore what happened, like in the 1912s, the 20s. They want to ignore all that happened in the 30s and 40s, whatever. In women. Fuck that. What's happening now? Nothing. There are small discrepancies between the genders. Not huge. They want to give us this fear-mongering bullshit on how this whole rape culture is alive and well and it's okay to rape a woman, when that's bullshit. People laugh at a male getting raped. People laugh at a male getting raped by another male. People laugh when a male gets raped by a woman. It happens. It happens. But it's not as big as a woman getting raped by a man. And sure fucking enough, that guy's gonna be the piece of shit of the jailhouse. What you in for? Oh, I robbed a bank. Oh, I robbed a liquor store. I raped a woman. Let's kill that motherfucker in the shower. Let's beat his ass at lunchtime. He's the piece of shit of the jailhouse. Even inmates hate that shit. And you're gonna sit here and you're gonna give us all this fear-mongering crap that everyone ignores this. Everyone ignores all the things that happen in gaming in general. All the sexist, misogynist crap. I am playing, as we speak. I just finished Bayonetta 1, and I am playing Bayonetta 2. I see so many reviews. Almost every review has to talk about the character Bayonetta herself. To me, she is the most charismatic, smart, sometimes kind, amazing female protagonist in gaming. I rank her up there with Samus, because she's just that fucking awesome. But no, they don't see that. They look here, physically. That's all they look for when they want to point out this quote-unquote sexism and misogynism in gaming. If a woman looks like Bayonetta, doesn't matter how smart she is, how awesome she is, how much she fights fucking angels and demons. Larger than skyscrapers. Freaking Jubileus is twice the size of this planet. And she punched that bitch right into the sun. That's awesome. That's what I want to see more of with female gaming protagonists. I even said about one point that I rank her higher than Dante from Devil May Cry, even though that's really subjective. Even to me, that's subjective. But she's just that damn awesome. But no, they don't want to see that in any sort of quote-unquote misogynism in gaming. Doesn't matter what the female is. You know, the common thing is Princess Peach, for example. And that's just really what I wanted to say. It's really just more fear-mongering for the masses. It's really more of people just completely getting on their high horses, getting on their favorite white armor, their shiniest white armor, and just charging head-ins into problems they don't even understand, but they feel the need to protect someone who doesn't even need protecting. She has a wall of fucking money you gave her. There's nothing we can do to her reputation right now, because she has so much money. And awards. For every one person like me, it's like hundreds of other people who eat that shit up. Eat whatever she says up as gospel. And that's what pisses me off. That's what drives me up the wall. I know this isn't going to get out to many people, if not at all, but it's just something I want to get out. It's tiring, it's annoying, and I just came here to play video games. Please.